Hello everyone, today I'm going to be streaming Ascent Tournament ticketed number 4 tournament for the Spring 2020 professional season. This is going to be the last day of these tournaments as we're going to be spectating Pincer's Insurgents team. This team has basically solidified their first place, or not first place, their place in the top 8 of the Ascent tournaments, which means they will, like, almost guaranteed, or they're guaranteed to go to the professionals round, which is going to be in May, or in the coming weeks. Today their opponent is going to be RVG Nemesis on Winter Malinovka. Battle type is Supremacy, best of 3, vehicle tier 10, as is the case for the professionals tournaments. Now, standing so far, it seems like the top 8 for the tournament is going to be Pincer Insurgents, Pramo, which changes their name every once in a while, but the important part here is the clans. Pincer, Pramo, RGN in 3rd so far. First to 3rd. Number 4 is Purple. Number 5 is Void. Number 6 is also Rain, which is dash RGN. And numbers 7th and 8th currently are Aim True, which is straight, and the Resistance, which is dash dash R dash dash. Or simply put, just R. Now, if Hated managed to play well enough in this tournament, they could take either 7th or 8th place instead of either straight or R. So it could be either of those, or any two of those 3 teams, straight, dash R, and Hated, taking 7th and 8th positions. So, we're getting Pincer into the training room now. Or not training room, the tournament room. We have Kami, Tank Killer, Doomy, External, Kami, Zeta, and Killer, as well as Gold as reinforcement. Now, the lineup so far seems to be double 113s, triple IS4s, Sheridan, and T22 medium. As has been the case for the meta, heavies are taking up most of the slots in these teams, with some Sheridan for mobility and mediums. On the team of Nemesis, we have double IS4, double E5, a Mouse, E100, and a Sheridan. Now, Mouse was a tank that had fallen out of favor for a while, simply due to its poor mobility and that the armor just wasn't worth it in many cases. Even though it still found some situational use, it is much more widely used in this meta now that it has an extremely tough appearance, just because it has like, the armor is the same as it has been, but it has now been buffed to 3000 HP base, which means it's going to take a long time to kill one of these things. Now, similarly, E100 was a tank that wasn't used very often, and in this meta, a lot of teams have been using it as some sort of fire support for their heavy tanks, and Pincer has actually done a bamboozle and have gone 7 E100s right at the last seconds. So, 7 E100 strat on Winter Malinovka. Here we go. Can Pincer pull this off against Dash RVG? Winter Malinovka, map 3 caps. 2 of them are in the town area, 1 of them off on the medium side, somewhat isolated from the rest. Now, we have B and C caps, which are normally contested. B is a little bit difficult to get into, but once you get into it, it's pretty hard to dig someone out unless you full push towards the middle. Now, here we have Sub-Zero in the E5, speed boosting towards A corner. We have Sheridan of Arctic not spotting anything and going straight for the cap. Kami has been spotted somehow. It looks like, yes, he's going up there. So he's spotted by Sub-Zero as he is pushing in. TK in the E100, pushing up towards the B cap. Exodius takes a huge shot from an E100. Tankular bouncing a shot from a Sheridan as he was crossing. Chaos and Rith are pushing up towards Kami over in this position. Kami's going to be taking some fire. Can he get some support from his team? It probably won't matter. Kami's just going to hold this line, taking the attention of these two IS4s while this team sweeps in from middle, as they are doing right now. Doomy's going to go in, taking the brunt of the hits, bouncing one, taking two. Sub-Zero takes a double shot. He is in a lot of pain right there. Doomy has taken some shots, but he's still hanging in there. Zeta's going to try to put in the kill shot, while External and Doomy are going to be working on this next E5. Sinister Chill. Fade is coming in and Exodius, but they're late to the fight. Mouse is way out of the fight. Sinister Chill is going to be taking some damage here. Fade is going to be putting a shot into External with Exodius. Arctic's trying to put a shot into him as well. He takes a lot of damage. External is way low. RVG is actually up on HP at this point. Now, Chaos goes down. Each team pretty decently close on HP, but RVG has a slight gun-in advantage. This is about to be equalized if Zeta takes enough damage here. Arctic's gonna be trying to put the kill shot in. Can he put it in? And he finishes off Zeta. So now, while that happened, another tank from RVG went down. Tank killer's very low in the E100. Fade is going to be coming in, trying to get some shots in, since he has the HP for now. Arctic has some HP as well, but he's going to take a shot here from Kami. Kami puts a huge AP shot into him. Arctic is going to be running out of there, trying to get Tank Killer out. He takes a huge shot in return, but he picks Tank Killer off. Now, Fade is going to be taking the brunt of the hits. Fade takes a huge shot. He's going to be a one-shot for an E100. Fade is putting in a shot into Kami. Kami's also a one-shot for 750 alpha. Or 640. My bad, that's PC alpha. Exodius holding all the HP on their team. Not able to use it in the mouse. He is going to be going down here without any support. However, Sheridan of Arctic is going to be going for the cap game, forcing Pincer to make a move. Pincer's not getting any points on cap. Arctic, if he plays this correctly, it'll be very tough for him, but he has a chance to win. Tommy has to go for the A cap over here. Kami is a two-shot for him, but they're going to be getting on B cap. At this point, Pincer making the right move, going for the caps here, cutting off the Sheridan, and Arctic running out of options, going for the C cap, won't be able to do a whole lot here. So, Arctic biding his time, slowing down defeat at this point. Killer and Kami lumbering towards him. He's gonna take a shot here, put missile out, connects, but he goes down right after it to Killer. E100s showing off the alpha and the HP. Enough armor to get some bounces and showing off how much they can do in terms of trading. Also, the double taps from E100s are crippling to any tanks. E5s, 2 E100s will half health you. And that's pretty big, especially if you're focus firing well. Pincer, this time going with the 7 mice strat, which is going to be even harder to deal with in terms of putting your damage in. E100s well armored, but not nearly as much as the mouse. While the E100 has exploitable lower plate that's fairly large, as well as the somewhat easy to pen turret if you have IS4 heat or E5 heat, the mice much smaller weak spots and a very interesting hole shape that makes it difficult to penetrate when it is wiggling. So now we have RVG taking an E3 double E5s, double mice, and double Sheridans. RVG are going to have to capitalize on their Sheridans to work together in double tap, as well as holding with their E3 and mice. And whether they'll be able to do that is going to be up to them, because Pinsir are going to be dropping the hammer on them and possibly going with an aggressive mice push. Fade in the mouse. Commenting on Pinsir's 7 mice strategy. Now let's check out what these Sheridans are doing. They're going to be going for A, knowing that the mice won't be able to be there to stop the cap since they're so slow. They're going to be getting double caps here. Let's check out what these mice are doing on this side. RVG is actually going mostly towards A. Externals being sent towards B. Conky is going to be going for C as well. So it looks like RVG is going to have to push into 7 mice strat, which is going to be very tough for them. Tommy, backed up by Doomy and Zeta, manning the spawn, not letting RVG push out anywhere. Missile goes into the upper plate of the mouse, looped, and that's exactly what Sheridans are good at. Now, Sheridan, controversial tank, the missiles especially. As you can see, the missiles have only 300 or so millimeters of pen, but when it is looped over in an artillery style, it's going into unangled armor, so it's much more than you'd think. Sheridan of Rith takes a huge amount of damage, set on fire, and very low. Rith's gonna have to hide at the back now. Tommy's taken a lot of damage as well, but he's a mouse, and he's just replaced by Zeta, which is almost full HP at this point. Zeta's gonna be trying to bully this E3 and E5 away, keeping him away from Tommy, who's somewhat low. Tommy's still trying to keep his gun in the game. Now, all the while this is happening, the Mouse of Fade has tried to go in through the middle with Exodius, and he's met with both Killer and Conky. Zeta and Tommy at this point now both extremely low. Doomy's pinning the E3 and not letting him put his gun into the tanks of Tommy or Zeta. Zeta goes down to the Sheridan. Rith is going to be coming in, trying to help out the brawl. Tommy gets his turret turned by him, but at this point, Insurgents is just way up on HP. Being able to put the Mouse's somewhat low penetrating gun into the battle. DPM, not the greatest, but any tank shooting at the Mouse is going to be wasting DPM as well. Conky taking some damage from the Sheridan. Can RVG pull this back? It's going to be very difficult for them. Exodius is holding all the HP, and Arctic has to work with him to pull it back, but it doesn't look like it. Pinsir is coming up through the middle into the back of Exodius. It looks like he's going to be going down here with a quad tap, and he gets absolutely blasted. Now we have Arctic again, final tank in the Sheridan, biding his time, trying to get some damage off before the game timer ends. Missile going out. Takes 2 shots in return, and the missile does not penetrate. At this point, is he going to try to hide more, or is he just going to go out? He gets triple tapped as he tries to make a run for it. Or you're just running towards defeat. 7 my strategy of pincer. Wall of armor, wall of guns, decent alpha, able to focus fire well, and if you think you're about to kill a mouse, another one just comes in and replaces it. That's gotta be disheartening. Winter Malinovka, one of those maps that's somewhat like Dynasty or Dynasty, however you want to pronounce it, where there's only a few areas to push through, and it's somewhat easy to cover them. Now, it's a little bit more towards the spotting game, especially towards the spawns, where it's a little more challenging to get spotting, but for the most part, you have the middle here and the ramps on each side, as well as these areas, I guess. But this side here and this side here, along with the middle, going to be the areas that a team is going to generally push out from, either from this way or from A side. In any case, it's going to be very difficult for a team to pull that off, especially because these are somewhat easy to chokehold, especially if you have mice. That's almost like a lost cause. Next matches are going to be in 15, 20 minutes. Let's see how the rest of the teams are doing. Straight 2-0 Resurgence. Good start for them, especially since they're in the hot seat here, fighting for either 7th or 8th, basically their place in the professionals tournament today. RGN, 2-0 JJ. They're going to be facing off against Straight next. Straight is going to have to pull something out for that because they have to win at that point. Let's see. Hated, also a team that's working for their position in the top 8. Have to win against Purple. And the other team that is working for top 8. Oh, right. I was mistaken earlier. So it's not R that's one of the ones that are... R is one of the ones that got kicked out of top 8 since they didn't get a ticket for this tournament. So, Flash Thunder working for the top 8 position. Going to be facing, or they're facing off against GMA currently. If they win this, then they must continue and win their next games as well. If they don't, then they're basically out. And then it'd be Straight and Hated taking 7th and 8th positions. Although, yes, most likely. Let me check just to make sure. So Flash Thunder currently has the same, or a slight lead on Hated. So Flash Thunder needs to win this one game to stay in the running. Facing off against GMA, which is one of the tougher teams in terms of like mid-tiered teams. So They might get knocked out, but we'll just have to see the results. Games still haven't updated yet. It's all coming down to this though. If Flash Thunder lose, then it is confirmed to be straight and hated in the top 8. If Flash Thunder win, then they're still in the running. Straight hated and Flash Thunder could be part of top 8. Now, if they all get knocked out in the next round, then it would be Straight and Flash Thunder in the top 8. So, Hated has to win more games than Flash Thunder to get into top 8. That's going to be their ticket to the professionals tournament. Maybe there's some results. They still haven't updated yet. Most likely a tiebreaker match going on there. Results should be updating every 5 minutes or so, so it seems like these are very long matches, and then it's going to a tiebreaker. Flash Thunder holding on, hopefully getting into top 8 for them at least. Trying to see if I can pull up the tournament standings. Alright. Alright. Tournament standings. Or as we can see here, Pincer number 1 so far. Pramo is in second, RGN in third place, Purple is in fourth, Void is fifth, of course. Well, you can see all this information on the screen, but the important part is basically Straight obviously are playing in this tournament, as we've seen before. R did not get a ticket to this tournament, so their points will be staying the same basically. Now this is important because both Flash Thunder and Hated are participating in this tournament, which means they're going to get more cups. Now if you can see the numbers here, 13,621, 13,943. They're pretty close to what R has right now. The thing is, just for participating in this tournament, even if you get last place, you get about 2,000 cups worth of points, meaning that R is at this point guaranteed out of top 8. Now, the reason why Flash Thunder needs to win this game is because Hated won their first round of the day. So, to match their points, Flash Thunder will have to move on to the next round as well. If they don't, then Hated will jump over them, as well as R, and take the 8th position, and possibly 7th, but the important part is that they're going to be top 8 in this standing. So, any team that's top 8th in this ranking is going to move on to the professionals tournament, which is what the ascents are for. They're basically, it's not even seeding, it's just qualification for the professionals tournament, as some of you may know. Now, moment of truth, maybe it's updated and maybe we see if Flash Thunder have made it. And it looks like Flash Thunder got knocked out. So, at this point, it's basically confirmed that the top 8 are going to be Pincer, Pramo, RGN, Purple, Void, Dash RGN, Straight, and Hated in the top 8. So congratulations to them going on to the professionals tournament, which will be again in May, in a few weeks. Now that that's out of the way, we can just focus on getting some streams in for our pincer games. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a game of Uprising just to kill some time before the next games. We have our map here, Vineyards, up against a 183 Ahori, IS4, IS7, 62A, and an IS8 and a Leopard PTA. Starting off, I want to kick it off with the Mega Speed E5. Right now you can see we're going 65 kilometers per hour, not something an E5 will do in a normal pub game. Let's install Stink, start out with the invisibility. We get the stacking effects of the invisibility speed boost and the E5's consumable, special consumable speed boost. Gonna put a shot into the 62A here. Put a bad trade there as I poke up, not spotting the 183 there. IS7's in the back looking at me. We can't do a whole lot here, so I'm actually gonna move on over to this side, do something about this Hori, as well as try to put some shots into the 62A. Hori's trying to get out of here. Gonna spin him around with our ability and take him out of the fight. Now we can work on the 62A here. Hori's gonna respawn soon, but that's not an issue so far. I botched my shot there, but the 140 is gonna put in some damage as well. 62A is gonna be making a run for it since he's in a bad spot now. But now the cap has been decontested. Someone has used the trail on me. I'm suspecting it's the Hori gonna pop up from around here. But it could have been someone farther away. E100's using his ability, which is basically a shield as well as a trap. Hori's in the back, as I suspected. He's got an ability there that makes him go unspotted as soon as he exits the spotting radius. Our E75 goes down, unfortunately. I'm in a tight spot here. I don't have support, so I want to rotate away from this. 62A is coming up soon. I don't remember which ability he has, but I think it's invisibility, which means he could be coming up soon. Getting support here. 140 takes a huge shot. 62A and 140 both have jagged shells, which means they're going to be doing more damage per hit, which means that I am no longer a safe 2-shot. I'm probably a 1-shot at this point. Or, I'm still a 2-shot, but... Spin around the 62A. Buy some time for our 57. Hori's poking up. Bounce a shot on the E5's decent turret. Hori is well hidden there, though. I'm doing a blind fire there just in case he's still there. 183 is popping up. .140 is using his ability to get out. Very smart. He's also found some more tanks back there. IS-8 took 1630 damage, but we're not gonna buy that because there's no way he took that much damage. We're gonna break his shield there. Spin around this. Oh. Help out our 140. .140 goes down though. 57's not in the best position there. 62A is gonna come up. I spun him around, but he was tracked, so I guess that's what happens if you do that. Hori's gonna be YOLOing me. Takes a lot of damage for it. Can he put a shot in? His low gun depression means he's gonna have to overpoke that. I can't move anymore or else I'll die. I mess up my shot. Could have had the Hori. Should have had him. Oh. I've gotta exit this game. And I can't. I need to die. Oh no. He's not paying attention to the time. Kill me, please. Kill me, please, IS-7. He's got double shots, so he's not gonna hit me. Oh no. Oh, what? Thought he had double shot. Come on. Thank you. I'm gonna make a beeline for the 183. Hopefully he can blast me. Running against the clock here. And why did I have to take something relatively slow? No, 183, why'd you bounce? Thank you, Hori. And I have like no time to get into this training or tournament room. I can't join now. I missed it. Oh. That's my fault. Wasn't watching the time. Oh. And I feel really bad about that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to join for the next matches. Or once the games are over, I mean. Minster going up against ACHU in this round. Oh, that was on me. I probably could have swept tanks and joined the room. I double messed up there. I was wondering why. I exited on time, but oh, that's on me. In any case. Pincer with 75 strategy on Vineyards. Facing off the team of ACHU, which have put out pretty decent games for these for this tournament. ACHU unfortunately not being able to get enough points to make top 8 unless they pull a win, like an overall win in this tournament, meaning they have to beat Pincer and whoever is next in the finals. And the teams of Straight and Hated would have to be knocked out in this round, I believe. Now we can check here the rewards. 4,000 cups for first place, or 4,500. Second place gets 300 less. Third place gets that many. In fourth place. Now the difference between 5th and 8th, and first place is 1,500 cups. So if we go back to the leaderboards here, we can see that the difference between Hated and ACHU is actually in that range. So if Hated gets knocked out in this round and ACHU go on, beat Pinsir, and move on and beat the next team in the finals, they will be able to clinch top 8, it seems. But again, they have to beat Pinsir Insurgents, which is seeded currently in number 1. Top team so far. Pinsir Insurgents won the first game, so ACHU need to win the next 2 games in order to move on to the finals, or the semifinals, and then quarter. Okay. Yes, they need to move on, or they need to win this game and the next game in this match to go on to the semifinals and then the finals. They have to win the finals to make top 8 as well. So IS4, 7 IS4 strat for Insurgents against ACHU, which need to win this game to stay in the running and have any hope of making top 8. Let's see if ACHU can do it, and let's see if Pinsir can finish ACHU's top 8 run off. Tank Killer says sub 2 fishy, but Piro asking if he's going mid right. And we're off in this game. Vineyards, interesting map, triple cap map, but a lot of interesting aggressive positions you can take early in the game, such as this ramp or that ramp as well. A lot of the early strategy for each side rotating around, trying to get some resets on B and A, although B is a much safer cap to take, or to reset, or yes, to take, because of this building right here, which is added. Kami, you taking advantage of the building, going straight onto B cap. Shimako, top tier waifu, and Tanksgochu manning A cap. Shimako top tier, taking A cap before Pinsir can get B cap. Tommy taking some shots, over peeking the bush, not sure what he was doing there. And now we have top tier and Tanksgochu being unspotted, or spotted, I mean. Wabbit getting in the Sheridan, moving towards the flank here, trying to get some vision on the ruins area for Pinsir. Gold has been on C cap, taking the cap. Pierrot and Radium, as well as Amorax in this middle area, the encounter cap area. External putting a shot into Amorax. Not a whole lot going on so far. It's going to be up to ACHU to make a push here, and they're down on caps. And Pinsir has 2 caps to their 1. Even though they got the early cap advantage, with their 1 cap, they weren't able to get resets on the C cap. It looks like Tank Killer took a shot back there. Tank Killer takes a missile that went all the way across from Wabbit getting. Killer putting a shot in towards Amorax, not connecting though. Amorax trying to get some spots here on anything that's crossing. Gold spotted rotating in the back lines. We actually have a tank from ACHU on B cap. Pierrot's over here. He's going to be trying to take B cap, or at least slow them down. He's taking a shot from Tank Killer, who's in the back, has a sight line, and has a bush here to stay unspotted as he resets. Kami as well, keeping spots on the cap. Pretty safe resets here. Pinsir taking a defensive strategy, and it's working out well for them. They have pretty solid control of B cap as well as C cap. ACHU forced back into their spawn, not able to push out without getting spotted by any of these IS4s. External in a safe position, has backup from the rest of his team. Tommy, Kami, Conky, and Tank Killer all able to crossfire anything that tries to push on them. Pierrot's getting on the cap again. He's going to be taking some shots. ACHU getting double tanks on. Radium's going to be helping him try to cap. Pierrot's taking a lot of damage though. DDT coming in from the outside of the cap, going to be shielding for Pierrot. The call now is to nuke Kami. Kami takes a huge amount of damage. ACHU are really down on caps. Not much time left for them. They have to go for kills at this point. Kami's gone down. DDT Shimako goes down in the back. Wabbit Getting's taking a lot of damage on C-Cap as he's trying to slow down. He's going to go down most likely. Amorax trying to help him out a little bit. But Wabbit has to get out of there. Can he get away? No, he doesn't. And that clinches the win for Insurgents there. Finishing off ACHU's dreams. Not letting them move past and into a potential top 8. Now the chart here updating, let's see if it's updated. Straight with a tough match against RGN. Top 3 team. GMA getting 2-0'd by Void Virtus. Saw Void earlier playing with some very strong, heavy lineups. ACHU we just saw got knocked out. Purple against Hated actually lost to Hated. So Hated is moving on to the next round. And they might in fact get 7th place over Straight. Not that it matters a lot. But it just means that they are moving on to 7th place instead of 8th. Unless Straight can win against RGN, that is. Quarterfinal matches coming to a close soon unless there are teams that are going into tiebreakers. Next matches are in wait, did this update? Yes, RGN beat Straight, so that means Hated are actually going to be taking 7th over Straight. Next matches are going to be in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And for our Insurgents team, we're going to be watching them play against Void Virtus, which is a team we saw in the last stream playing against Dash RGN, which was the team we were following. I'll be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. So we left off tournament. 10 minutes to the games. We have semifinals. Hated, Void, Pincer, and RGN. Believe it's RGN and Hated. And then we have Pincer and Void. So next team we're going to be watching our Insurgents team face off against is going to be Void Virtus. I have 10 minutes until the next game. I'd rather not make the same mistake as before. But 10 minutes should be enough. I'll play something that can YOLO, just in case we get low on time. And I'll be watching the clock this time. So up against an E100, IS7, Leopard 1, 268, Panzer 70, and again a PTA, and a T92E1. Ah man, I actually tracked myself. Leopard going towards the A side. It looks like he's got invisible as well. He might even be YOLOing our 183. It looks like our 183 got spotted by him. Leopard actually seemed like he did a loop. Very interesting spotting run there. 183 is taking some damage. He's very low and he's dropped down, in fact. He might even go down there. Leopard 1 rotating out. We're still unspotted. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Probably didn't need to shoot a missile there. Sheridan's ability is kind of OP, not gonna lie. The time we set, like, just take some damage and nope, that never happened. Gonna cross here and use this hill as a missile platform. Panzer 70 over there. I actually probably could have hit him. My map awareness is pretty bad nowadays. I'll pick him off. Keep this IS-7 spotted here. And we might be able to put in a missile, but I think he's a little bit too close. I'd have to angle this somewhat like that. Bad shot there. The PTA is invisible. I think he's coming up somewhere behind. Gonna be trying to get out of here because both the PTA and the Leopards can shoot me. Leopard tracked me. I'm gonna go down here. I should have just gotten out when I could. Oh, is he gonna try to ram me? No, I just died. Over aggressive play by me. I just stayed there too long. That's what happened. Now let's see here. We're 2 tanks down. Supernatural power and jagged shells means we're gonna be doing more damage. I don't know what I did there. If he moves, he dies, yeah. E100. Oh, leave me alone. He sounded like he missed. But I still want to get out of here. Oh, 50B. Hello. 50B is going towards his doom. I don't know what all these three guys are doing. E100's a one-shot now. 268's a one-shot as well. But the PTA is helping him out. He's got jelly shells. Oh, that was a nice shot. Nice roll, that is. And a fire. Very nice. Score's even now. E100's respawned. Leopard is spotted. I7 is spotted as well. But we've got some low tanks here. He got infernoed. The Leopard picked him off there. I7's moving in. I took a shot. Looked like splash from Inferno. Can't tell if 268 is reversing. He's going mega fast. That's gonna hurt. I'm so bad. This isn't gonna work. Oh, maybe it did. E100 is hard focused on me. Oh, killed by his visible Leo. Ooh. Oh, well, whoops. I was clicking really fast to get the supernatural power too, but I clicked enough times so that it would... Our E50M has 2 lives left. I'll just get this over with. This isn't a win. This time we make it into the training room on time. We have Void with the heavy lineup again. This time we're on Oppenstat, which you can play for either town or A side with some B defense, but a lot of teams have been opting for more town-oriented strategies, especially with this meta change. Both teams taking lots of heavies. We have only one tank that actually isn't a heavy. We only have one Sheridan. Meanwhile, we have Quad Mice, a 215B and IS-4, as well as 7 IS-4s on the side of Pincer. Each team going with a little bit of a meme lineup, although the Quad Mice are just something else entirely. Might even be a legitimate strategy at this point. With the singular Sheridan, you're able to contest caps that don't need a whole lot to be defended, as long as a team also doesn't commit very hard on that cap. Now, we're gonna see here, IS-4s are flexible enough so that they might be played somewhere else, although Alpenstat, they might leave a cap uncontested altogether. Mocha might be able to get a free cap in on the Sheridan, but we'll have to see about that. A single IS-4 might be enough just to keep him at the back and reset A. But again, we'll have to see. Void has the north spawn, Pincer has the south spawn, and what I'm expecting to see is a very town-oriented brawl. Maybe I wouldn't expect a full rush from either team, although Void might pull something with the mice, especially with the DPM support of the 215B. And we're off. Game is starting on Alpenstadt. We're here with TMA in the 215B, watching Mocha as he makes his way towards A cap. He's actually, looks like he's going to go straight for A, knowing that they don't have anything fast enough to reset. Although Tommy is going to try to get the reset and maybe a spot there. And it looks like he actually has a decent reset here. Mocha's actually going straight past. Oh, and getting some shots off in this pocket here. Not able to connect the missile on Tommy, although it was very close. Tommy and external getting spotted by Mocha. Mocha's gonna pull out of there because he cannot stay there and he doesn't have support. Only takes a shot from the IS-4s, but that gives Void enough information to make a move on the other side. AJ and RNG for the win are going to be trying to go for the B cap, although the IS-4s are all set up here to reset. Tommy, Tank Killer, Gold 544, Zeta all laying into AJ Gamer, although we had Swifty for life capping behind them. The strategy there was to have AJ Gamer just eating shots and most importantly blocking for Swifty, which was actually getting the cap points. Now we have Tommy coming in the behind here. Swifty and RNG going to be defending AJ Gamer, who has bled for it. Swifty taking a shot in the cheek there. Tommy is getting support from Gold as we have Zeta and Tank Killer coming in from the back. Going to be looking for AJ Gamer. This is going to be the brawl here. Tank Killer putting a shot as well as Zeta. AJ Gamer's down to 834 HP. Swifty is going to be blocking Zeta and Tank Killer from getting shots in on AJ Gamer. This HP sharing and blocking is going to be huge here. Tank Killer takes a shot there and set on fire. Lot of damage coming into him. Void are actually bleeding HP a lot, not getting support from the other tanks that were in the back there. RNG for the win, taking a huge amount of damage. He's gone. Tank Killer taking some shots from Cade and Mocha, but they're not using their HP effectively. Swifty is just getting shots from everywhere here. Tommy and Positive in a face hug there. Kami putting a shot in. Tommy going around, focusing out the mice. TMA is going to go down shortly after. TMA now finds himself 4 versus 1 here. It's not going to look good for him. And he's most likely going down. Killer as well over here. Goes down to Cade. Cade a little bit late to the fight. Not able to put his HP into the game where it was needed. But Swifty hanging on there. Not getting shot by anyone yet. Mocha chased down by Tommy in the back. Trying to get away. Swifty goes down finally. Cade now in a 2 versus 4 with Mocha. Can they pull that off? Probably not, but we'll see here. They still have a cap advantage despite all that happened to their team. Kami's going to be putting a shot in. Low roll with heat, but he goes down to Tommy in the back. Mocha also gets shot by external as he tried to cross over towards A. Pincer with the Pincer strategy on B cap, finding the weak spot, screening with the IS-4s initially, and then pushing in another force behind the mice who didn't have support in the middle. Void spreading out their tanks a little bit too much, not able to support the mice which were in the middle after they capped the bases. Pincer realizing that and going straight in for AJ Gamer, who had bled a lot, picked him off, and then wait for RNG for the win. Right after that, some good HP sharing by Pincer as well. Lots of good things to see here. Interesting strategy by Void, especially by using the mice as just a screen for something else to cap there. But again, potentially leaving them out to dry and not putting the proper support fire in the right alleyway there. Could have been a different game had they had Cade and the 215B farming the IS-4s as they pushed in towards B. In any case, spawns are swapped, Alpenstadt stay map. We're going to see an IS-4, T-22, 113, E-100, another T-22, a Sheridan again for Mocha, and an IS-4 against the same pincer lineup of 7 IS-4s. Loading in here, on board with RNG for the win in the E100. Free cam is up, and we're going to be watching Mocha, Swifty, and AJ Gamer work their way towards A cap. Pincer changing it up a little bit, not really going for A this time, instead going towards C. Tommy is spotted on the crossing. Mocha misses the shot. It was a small shot though. Not able to connect. Sheridan, not the most accurate gun. Void going for A cap. Zeta is actually going to be going for the B cap this time. He is spotted. Might take a shot in. RNG for the win. All the way in the back spotted. TMA putting a shot in. Scaring them off of the B cap. So, we still have Pincer going for the C cap, although Void got the cap before them. They got A cap before Pincer's C. So, Void are going to be a little bit ahead on caps, which means that Pincer has to make the move. They have to pick up a kill, or they have to capture B. Now, Swifty and AG Gamer putting shots into Zeta. Zeta taking some damage, not being able to push out anywhere. Mocha putting a shot in. Zeta changing his tank's angle right before impact, glancing the missile off. Tommy's now trying to take damage from him as he backs up, it looks like, so that their HP is shared evenly. Mocha trying to get some missile shots in. Connects again with Zeta, but doesn't pen. Mocha saying attack. RNG for the win in the back. Keeping Tank Killer and Conky spotted. Pincer are going to have to make a move soon. Tommy taking some damage. Swifty for life rotating back over to their spawn. Tommy just getting some information here, keeping AJ Gamer spotted. Taking a missile shot, not sure why he's sitting here so far, possibly eating attention. Although these IS-4s are still spotted, External making a move across the river, unspotted. AJ Gamer and Mocha are going to be rotating away, although the IS-4s are still going to be pushing through, going for A cap, so that means Void are probably going to move on the other side. RNG for the win, moving in. Positive actually going all the way on to C cap. Void were waiting for this move, moving their forces very quickly. Positive going to be getting the C cap. And basically Pincer have been caught in a rotation here. Void was waiting for this. Tank Killer now with Conky supporting. Tank Killer not sharing HP as well, although they're going to be pushed on here. Conky and Tank Killer on a bad position here. 4 tanks against 2. They're going to go down most likely. Pincer, although, have gone in the back as well. External going to be getting on beat cap, going for RNG for the win. Actually, no, he's going to be going for kills on... Not sure why he wasn't looking at RNG for the win, but RNG for the win is low. Void have the cap advantage here. They're going to win this if they can keep their tanks alive long enough. Zeta going to be going down soon. Zeta goes down. Void 90 points away from winning the game. Tommy is very low. Doomy's going down as well. Tommy, if he goes down, this is a win for Void. And it looks like that's what it's gonna happen. Void winning that game. Very well done strategy. Kami and External keeping on to their, or holding on to their HPs until the very end. Although, not able to secure enough caps to lower Void's cap count. Positive, getting some good damage in the 113. 113, very good DPM. Very good penetration on the heat round. Pretty good in this meta, just for burning tanks down with a lot of armor. Although the mobility is very offsetting to this. Now, Void, Desert Sands, triple 215B, T22, 113, IS4, and the Sheridan. This is going to be the tiebreaker for this set of matches. Pincer, it looks like, sticking with the 7 IS4 strat. Desert Sands is an interesting map. Not a lot of teams go for C, but at this point it might be an interesting strategy to try to go for C and the B cap, which is in the middle. Now, most teams normally go towards the A cap, where there's a lot more cover and it's much safer to cross. Although, in the very early game, there is the possibility to get shot as you cross the rails if you have something very quick like a Sheridan able to spot them early enough. But there aren't any TDs in the game, so I'm not sure that's going to be the strategy here. Unless they do something like a quadruple tap IS4 strat or do something similar on the other side with the 2 and 5Bs. Although I wouldn't count on it that much. Or it's more viable for the 2 and 5Bs actually. With the Sheridan spotting, that actually might be what they're doing. Pincer don't have anything fast enough to spot, so they cannot rely on that. Although they might send an IS4 straight down the ravine next to the alley or whatever that's called. Well, we'll just call it a dip between the rails and the town. Mocha saying, why not T62 strategy? Good question. Now, again, C with the heavy changes might actually be a more viable strategy, as we see both teams sending some tanks this way. Mocha trying to get some spots in. Well, okay. Mocha trying to get some spots in early. Kami and Tommy might get shot here as they cross. They have tanks set up to shoot that, but it looks like no shots are coming in. Unfortunately, External putting in a blind shot that way, but the 2 and 5Bs not being able to put any damage out that way. Tank Killer, and Conky all got onto C-Cap, capped it pretty quickly. Now it's Pincer who have the cap advantage here. Desert Sands, an interesting map to push out of, especially out of the desert, because you basically have 3 modes. You have this middle area and each flank on that side, although it's very easy to spot and to shoot at, which makes it very difficult to push out of. External here, keeping vision in this middle area here as he spots under the rails. And Pincer are just going to be sitting on their caps, trying to punish Void if they try to make some moves. Mocha alone on this side here, getting some spots this way, not spotting Kami or Zeta though. Kami and Zeta being very careful not to poke out and stay hidden until there is a move. We actually see Cade and TMA sitting in the back over here. Interesting position. Not used a whole lot, although it has been used before. This spot makes it very, is very useful if the enemy does not have cap and they have to push out somewhere, especially because this basically cuts off this side as an option, meaning you can focus on defenses on the other side. Although they don't have the cap advantage here, so all it's serving for is an early staging position. Zeta now springing the trap with Kami. Positive finding himself in a lot of trouble, getting shot by tanks he didn't even know were there. Positive taking a lot of damage in the 215B. Zeta taking some shots, but not nearly as much as Positive has taken. Void's push effectively foiled, although we have Void pushing in from the back. Positive was just a bait on that side. Now we have Conky and Killer and Team Killer going against TMA and Cade, trying to clear them as fast as they can. Tommy rotating over to help with this brawl. Cade and TMA are going to have to go down quickly. RNG for the win, popping the HP consumable, as well as Swifty for life, coming in with the 215B's DPM support, trying to put their guns into the game. Positive goes down on the other side. RNG for the win has taken a lot of damage. He's going to go down most likely. Not a lot of shots going in onto the Ice Force. Conky has taken a lot of damage, but he's the only one that's really hurting besides Tank Killer on this team. Void don't have a lot of options for kills. They're low on time as well as HP. AJ Gamer coming in for the help, but gets absolutely blasted. Tank Killer is going to go down possibly goes down. TMA putting a shot, making him a one-shot. Swifty for life seems like he has a long reload. Tank Killer holding on, getting HP shared with by External. External blocking TMA as long as he can. TMA sneaking the shot in, but at this point it's a lost cause. Void not being able to put their DPM to use. Not focus firing well enough. And Pincer with the well-crafted bait strategy. TMA saying Positive is a monkey. And External saying nice traffic jam. Not the best sportsmanship, but maybe friendly banter. I don't know. AJ Gamer also saying he hates Positive. Unfortunate. Somewhat dysfunctional team, possibly. But who knows? Pen ratios potentially lower on this Void team. Not a lot of shots going in though. To be fair, the IS-4's very hard to pull out of, or dig out of pull down or side scraping positions. So Void had their work cut out for them in that push, especially running much softer tanks like the 215B and the Winter Teen, as well as the T22 even. Although the armor is decent on the T22, it's mostly just troll. Anything with some decent caliber makes it not the hardest of things to pen. Certainly not harder than a heavy tank, that is. So with that, we see Pincer Insurgents moving on to the finals of this Saturday's Ascent Tournament. They're going to be going up against RGN. Pramo actually lost to Void very early on. I didn't notice that. So that actually puts RGN and Pincer in the finals. Pramo dropping their lead against RGN in the standings. Pramo was second place and RGN was third, but that loss early on is going to put them down below RGN after this tournament's cups have been awarded. Not that it matters a whole lot. The only goal of this Ascent tournament is to make it to top 8. Next game's happening in about 10 minutes again. A little over 10 minutes. Although for some reason it says... Oh, right, the match for third place is starting then. In 2 minutes. And that is true. I'm gonna go into an Uprising game again. Just to kill some time. I actually use bat chat. Just because it's also quick. Canyon. No Sheridans on either team. No missile tanks either. So that's kind of nice. Get some early spots off this way. Who's for the fastest thing on either team. Looks like not a whole lot is over this way. So we're just going to keep going and see if we spot anything interesting back here. Maybe a grill or a T30. T30 is actually on the other side. We spot the grill. Probably unspotted here. Grill goes invisible. VK misses his shot, and we're going to try to pick off this T30. Bounce off of him, though. I'm going to go invisible just in case the grill came back, but it looks like he was spotted on the other side again. I'm going to see if I can push my advantage here. But I don't want to overextend too much in case tanks respawn. VK is turning around, so I'm actually getting out of here. Trying to get a track shot on him. But he puts a shot on me anyways. Even more or less even trade, although not the best trade in a light tank. See if we can get this T-57. Looks like he went down. Terrible shot by me. Not used to the sensitivity on PC. Grill goes down to a fire and a double tap. WZ, can we keep him tracked here? He repairs his track. Gonna go for a clip reload as I move in this way. WZ gets taken down. I don't want to push around that way because the VK can shoot me as I go up there. But I do want to pressure this standard B. Driving skills, not the best. Shooting skills, not the best either. I've got my invisibility. I'm gonna be biding my time a little bit here. Try to pick off the VK. He dies to the blood trail. Try to put some shots in on this 57. Although I don't want to do that actually. I don't want to go down. So we'll be looking for this T30, which I bounce off of again. Oh, WZ was there invisible. I didn't see, of course. I'm gonna use our invisibility to relocate. Took a shot from somewhere. Didn't reset my invisibility though. Wait, nothing could have killed this 57. Oh, I guess he did die. I got broad trailed so I couldn't move. Wolf Strike, not very good. I don't want to use that. Double Shot. Might as well get these two. Double Shot, I don't want to deal with right now. The Dispersion. Let's see if we can get the standard to be here. Nope. Try to get this T30. He suspects something's up. WZ came back for me. He's got the rapid fire attached, or rapid fire power up, so see you moving that way. E5 has been spotted over there. He has rapid fire as well. Put some shots into him, but I want to get out of here now. I'll actually pick him off if I need to. T30's looking at me. He's got the double shot, so his dispersion is really bad. I'm blood trailed, so I don't want to move, but it looks like I'm... Oh no. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he missed a ram. I don't have enough time here. I need to try to get out of here with the invis. If I put an HE round here... Oh, the grill is gonna kill me, I think. Or the grill ran. He might come back though. Last gasp coming in clutch there. I have some time before my invis is back up, but the match is basically over at this point. Oh, I ran into the grill. Inferno and rapid fire. Let's see that. Next match is in 5 minutes. Come around the back of the WZ here. I'm on my last life, so I don't want to make anything or any dumb moves. I'm not sure where their grill is, so this is possibly a dumb move. Massive shot because of the Inferno. I want to prioritize getting out of here. Oh, he's got the double shot and rapid fire. 57 coming in for the kill. Rams him, but he's not dead yet. Actually kills a 57. I'm not sure what happened there. I think the Inferno just went through it. His shield. Oh. Last tank on their team. Last life, and the game is over. Next match room is up. We have RGN facing off against Pincer. Map is Desert Sands again. RGN taking IS-4 Sheridan, T-22, E5, IS-4. Not readying up another tank. T-22 possibly swapped out. 268 now, IS-4. Triple IS-4, maybe another one. So triple IS-4, a T-22, Sheridan, E5, and 268. Readied up on the side of RGN. Unreadied tanks again. Possibly indecisive. Double E5 now. IS-4 unreadied again. A Yag E100. Though I doubt they're gonna take that. Yeah. Double E5. Double IS-4. 268 and a T22 as well as Sheridan. Pincer again with the same 7 IS4 lineup that they've been using a lot today. Very dynamic lineup. And able to do a whole lot, flex anywhere, use most positions. Really can't go wrong with the IS4. Possibly doing the same strategy that they did last game. RGN might be able to leverage their mobility advantage and work in the desert more, although it's going to be a close race for cap in the beginning. Sheridan's going to have to go straight on to the cap. But we'll see how it pans out there. IS4s won't have any chance of getting to reset, so they have to be playing the town area as soon as they see anything faster than an IS4. But who knows, maybe they won't care about the cap and just straight up push afterwards. Even if they have the cap disadvantage. They have the HP advantage for sure. As well as the armor advantage. So they could just not care about any caps. Unless they do end up going the other way. Then it will be a cap game and we'll see who has to push, depending on who gets the cap first. In any case, here goes the battle. Desert Sands, RGN versus Pincer in the finals. Fadu in the IS4. Can't be shook as well. Conky says, Glory killed the sheep. In reference to the Minecraft server we have. His Royal Fatness going for the early spots in the Sheridan. Going super aggressive actually. Going to be going to this bush it looks like. Spotting nothing so far. Killer is spotted now. T22 is capping A. Zeta gets spotted. Not a lot of shots go in though. Fadu gets blind fired. As he crosses. His Royal Fatness got spotted as well. RGN were really looking for the shots to come in there. Not a whole lot of shots going in though. Pincer actually got the cap before RGN got theirs because they put 3 IS4s on the cap to RGN's 1, even though they got there a little bit later. The capture skill made up for the IS4's slow speed. Kami is spotted there, but he's in a safe position. Pincer's IS4 is sitting on C, ready to rotate to either side. Zeta spotted, or no, Tommy is spotted by his Royal Fatness. Maybe his Royal Fatness trying to put a missile shot into Tommy, but only Tommy has been spotted on this side. TJ is spotted now. Fatness trying to loop a shell in. Close, but not quite. And now we have a standoff here. RGN are going to have to make a move towards either side. They're going to have to guess because not a lot of things have been spotted for Pincer. Now Zeta is spotted. He got spotted in between the crack of the building, it looks like, when TJ poked right here. Which is unfortunate for Pincer because this trap would have worked pretty well. TJ now realizing that 2 IS4s are dug in there, keeping himself spotted. Fatness trying to put in a missile towards Kami. It looks like the missile might have been eaten by some soft cover there. But we have RGN pushing in to C from the back. Fadu is spotted crossing, so that tips Pincer off. Pincer might be moving their tanks. Tommy poking up to spot. His Royal Fatness just keeping light spotting on the other side, making sure that their tanks aren't moving back. Pincer are going to have to move their rotate their tanks very quickly if they want to catch this RGN push. Can't be shook getting onto C, but he's not going to be able to get C cap. Waiting for his teammates to get there. Can't be shook. Trying to put a shot in. Penetrates. Fadu putting in a shot as well. Nike SB putting a shot. Triple tap on Conky. Conky is going down to about half HP. Fadu taking some hits as well. External taking in a shot from the 268. Fadu and Conky both low on HP. Focus fire on each teams. Pretty decent. Fadu goes down at the same time Conky goes down. So this game is going to come down to who can focus fire. External taking a huge amount of damage as well as Nike. Nike actually gets racked, it looks like there. External taking some shots. External goes down as well. HPs are neck and neck. Dragon Krieg taking a huge amount of damage. And that is going to be absolutely killer. Killer's going down now. Fatness trying to get his gun into the game. Takes a shot from Kami. Hated Fate in the 268. Trying to help out. Can't be shook. But at this point, it's 4 tanks on 4. Hated Fate putting a shot into Kami. Can't be shook is looking very alone. TJ has to put his gun into the game. The DPM of the T22. Zeta getting set on fire. Going to go down to a one-shot. Hated Fate is going to go down as well. Sheridan of his Royal Fatness trying to stay alive. Trying to get his gun into the game, but he's gonna go down to Tank Killer here. Caps again in the favor of Pincer, but with that kill, everything has changed. Can't be shook trying to stay alive. Tank Killer missing the shot. Can't be shook taking a shot from Tommy. Tank Killer. RGN has to get a kill here. Can't be shook. Probably going down, trying to stay alive as long as he can. Caps taking up very quickly. TJ might be able to clutch this. He has to pick up this kill and stay alive. It looks like he will be able to do it. TJF Blue just has to get away from Tommy and sit on his cap lead. Bouncing a shot on the T22, but at that point, it doesn't matter. The cap that RGN has is all the way over there. Tommy has like 2 seconds to get onto it, and he knows that he can't do so. RGN winning that game on cap. Very close brawl. Focus fire on each team. Very solid. TJF Blue coming in with a huge damage as well as Can't Be Shook with the spearhead. The T22 able to put its DPM into the game very well at the end, and that's probably what made the difference there. Now a little bit of context. RGN have not been able to best this Pincer team yet in this tournament. So this is going to be a huge momentum builder for them. Pincer trying to show their dominance here. 7 IS4s on each team. Watea might be taking an IS4 as well. We'll have to see. But we have 7 IS4s on each team. This just shows how dynamic the IS4 is of a tank. It can play pretty much any role. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty safe choice. TJF Blue and Dragon unreadying, possibly changing some loadout. Pincer again running 7 IS4s, RGN matching them with the 7 IS4s. Now this might be some sort of statement from both teams, I'm not sure. I have no idea. This is just insane. $14 IS4s in one match. Which tank will win? IS4, 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 or IS4? We will see. Oh, I forgot about the IS4. Skilled. Knife fight. Each team saying thank you, good sportsmanship all around. Tank Killer with the Pega. TJF Blue, Hated Fate, Dragon Krieg, Fadu going towards the C cap. We have Pincer sending Zeta, Killer, Tommy, Tank Killer, and Gold 544 towards the C cap as well. External is going to be trying to get some spots on the crossing, although his view range is not high enough to do so. We have double IS-4s of Killer and Zeta spotted, as well as Hated, Fadu, TJF Blue. Pretty much everyone except Watea, Dragon Krieg, Tommy, and Kami are spotted. Can't Be Shook takes a shot on the crossing. Interesting shot right there, coming in from external right through this cross. First shots of damage coming in. Zeta's getting focused fired out. Fadu taking some shots as well. TJ taking a hit of damage. Zeta's gonna go down here most likely. This is just an all-out brawl. Just IS-4s everywhere. Fadu's taking a lot of damage. They have to cover for him if they want to win. This is just crazy. Just look at this. IS-4s everywhere. Fadu goes down. Tank Killer, or Killer, has taken a huge amount of damage. TJF Blue's going to be the next target. Tank Killer is taking a lot of damage as well. But he's going to be safe behind cover after TJ is down. Nike's going to be trying to finish him off now that he's a one-shot. And HPs are even, basically. I mean, this is just going to be a focus fire exercise at this point. Can't Be Shook and Hated Fate, both about half HP. They have to be focused out next. Hated Fate taking in 2 shots. Can't Be Shook a 1-shot now. Hated Fate trying to put a shot in. Shoots the IS-4 in front of him. Pincer with the 1-gun advantage here. Kami is a 1-shot. Gonna be going down. Nike SB is gonna be focused out here. Kami, Watea going in for the kill shot. Picks him off. Dragon Krieg going to have to focus out Tommy. Nike SB trying to survive over here. External is going to be going to finish him off. Tommy is going to be trying to help him as well. Tommy getting away. Going to be a huge factor in this fight. Watea has to go through a wall of IS-4s to get all the way to Tommy. 800 points of HP in the favor of Pincer. Now Watea at the same time is going to be dragging External away from the fight, face hugging him right there. Can't put a shot into the side though. Gets his corner stuck on the building. Gold 544 going to be turning around to help Watea go down. External now has a 1-shot Watea in front of him. Dragon Krieg putting a shot into External. Watea gets finished off. Now it's just Dragon Krieg against 2. Focus fire in that spite going to Pincer. Dragon Krieg can't really pull this off. 1 versus 2 in pubs might be alright to do, but in competitive it's much more difficult. Dragon Krieg gonna be shooting on DPM, but Gold 544 as well. Cap points of Dragon Krieg dwindling as he tries to win this game for his team, although it's gonna be extremely difficult for him to do so. 1 shot now, 75 HPs in a dream. Can he do it? External's gonna put him down here. Gold 544 and External, the last 2 IS-4s alive. Focus fire in that game. Dragon with almost 6k damage. Gold with almost 6k damage. External with another 5,631 HP of damage. Pincer showcasing that they're doing very well with their HP sharing, as well as trying to drag tanks away from the combat zones, making good use of hold down or of dead tanks as cover. Next map, Hellas, or Hellas, I don't know, we'll just call it Hellas. Is each team going to take 7 IS-4s again? RGN has readied 7 IS-4s again. Pincer about to ready 7 IS-4s. And it looks like both teams going with the 7 IS-4s again. Are we gonna see a huge brawl here? Who knows? Hellas, a new map in this tournament, and a new map to the game, which makes it very difficult for each team to figure out, especially since they haven't had almost any time to review it or make strategies for it, or figure out which spots work and which spots don't. So each team going in somewhat blind to this map, we'll just have to see what goes down here. A lot of interesting elevation changes in this map, although at the same time it's a very difficult map to play because there's a lot of places that you can get crossfired from, that you can hide behind, that an enemy could hide behind, that you could get stuck in. There's all sorts of traps you can set up in Hellas. So we'll have to see what goes down here. Zeta saying, that's what I like to see. 7 IS4s against 7 IS4s. All of them, save for one, Hated Fate. The only IS4 in this game taking the armor enhancement over the HP enhancement. Alright, the Hellas free cam is broken. So, we're gonna be completely reliant on just staying on tanks. Nike SB and Hated Fate going to be pushing towards most of Pincer's forces. RGN possibly spreading out way too much. Nike SB has spotted 2 tanks. Tank Killer, external Tommy now all spotted on Nike SB. Nike SB in trouble here if he stays any longer, and it looks like he's going to be trapped here. He can't really get out. RGN are going to have to rotate. Tommy is spotted pushing towards him. Tommy gets shot by an IS4 on the other side of the field. RGN going for B cap. The rest of them rotating back to help Nike SB here. See if I can do something here. This is about as high as the free cam's going to go. So Nike SB holding on to his life in this corner, poking out for a shot. Probably not the best idea. Takes a huge amount of damage in return. Although Tank Killer and Pincer and External were spotted pushing behind them. A huge push by Pincer coming in. Pincer's taking a lot of damage for this though. Killer gets absolutely hammered. Dragon Krieg, Fadu, Can't Be Shook, and Watea all getting into this fight. And just like that, Pincer is back into the game with the HPs though. Tommy has been focused out. Can't Be Shook in a lot of trouble. IS4's all around him. Tommy goes down. Can't Be Shook goes down. Focus fire again from both teams. Going to be the key here. An IS4 from RGN was a little bit late to the fight. External taking a lot of damage. Fadu taking a lot of damage. External goes down, but it's not going to make a huge difference in the end. 4 tanks against 3 of RGN. RGN IS4's relatively split. Dragon has to waste as much time as he can over here, as Watea and Hated Fate work Tank Killer down. Dragon Krieg taking a lot of damage in the backfield. Tank Killer going to go down most likely. Can he put a shot into Hated before he dies? Hated bounces a shot. Dragon Krieg putting in the kill shot from all the way across the map. Very well done by him. And keeping the map awareness up. Dragon Krieg going to go down here. Zeta, Gold, and Kami going to be going for the win against RGN. RGN just doesn't have the HP at this point or the guns to pull this off. Gold, a 2-shot now. Watea taking a lot of damage, won't be able to pick him off, although he will try. Watea putting in a shot, a big shot into Gold. Hated Fate coming in with his HP, ramming the side and taking less damage. I have no idea how ram damage is supposed to work. Well, I know how it's supposed to work. I don't know how it actually works though. Hated Fate ramming the side of Gold 544, but Gold doing damage to him instead of Hated Fate. It probably has to do with spaced armor at that point then. Hated Fate is a 1-shot, goes down. Tommy says GG, see you in May. RGN going down to the focus fire of Pincer. Nike SB getting caught out early in the beginning. And this tournament goes to Pincer again. Well done to everybody who played in this tournament. Check the chart here. Match for third place, Void 2-0's hated. Let's check the standings here. I believe they won't update until later, although I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it probably won't update until later when the cups are awarded, but I suspect that it'll be Pincer, RGN Pramo, Void Purple, Dash RGN, hated, and then straight in the top 8. So hats off to all the teams that made it into top 8. They'll be moving on to the professionals tournament later in the year, in a few weeks. Thank you all for watching my stream, and I'll see you in the streams for the professionals tournament.